Well, I think ultimately what people are looking for is the end of suffering, even though that might not be what they initially think of. Castillo and Romesh Balsa used to say, you're looking for happiness, but it depends what you mean by happiness. That could mean so many different things to people. The Buddha used to say it's the end of suffering, and I like that idea. And to me, suffering is the attachment to pleasure and the belief that pleasure will set you free, and the avoidance of pain and the belief that pain will cage you. And I think that's roughly the same as what Roger and Ramesh would say. They would say, actually, it would be different. They would say it's the end of doership, which is the belief that you are the doer of your actions. Yeah, so actually they would say it different. That's, I think, what they would say. So that is also true as well. Like, that is part of the end of suffering to me. Like, really seeing that you aren't the doer of your deeds, that there isn't a doer in here. There isn't somebody that does. When I got into this subject, I thought that freedom was becoming something better than what I was. So adding things to myself. I thought enlightenment was like this superpower, and I just wanted to stop suffering as well, but I wanted to have this superpower of enlightenment. It was like nothing in life can hurt me. Like, I am this ultimate strength and this ultimate force that cannot be disturbed. And I think there was lots of unconscious things as well going on. So this body-mind also saw it as an add-on, like this ultimate character, like a superhero from a comic book. Yeah. But it's not like that. It's so vastly different from expectation. It's the end of conceptual thinking. Or it's not the end of conceptual thinking, it's the end of the attachment to that conceptual thinking. So this world is seen through dualism. So this world is seen through wholeness. Right now, wholeness is looking, and wholeness is free. So wholeness is not looking at itself through concepts. It's not, there is a subject here that's in relationship to an object. There is a room, there is somebody in a room, there's somebody in a country, on a planet, in the middle of space. It's totally beyond all of that. It's free of that. It's watching without and experiencing without any concepts. Concepts come from the brain and they come in time. So it's after, the concepts are after. The initial experiencer is without concepts. So it's totally free and still. So it doesn't have the idea that it's looking at a wall or looking at the floor, or it's contained, or it belongs inside the body. It's beyond all of that, absolutely unconceptual. It's total freefall. It's very scary for the person in a way, because it has no judgment on anything. It doesn't want anything, doesn't have belief, doesn't care about anything, not in an uncaring way. It just that caring believes to the conceptual world, belongs to the conceptual world. It's just watching innocently. It's so pure, and it's so immersed in itself, you could call it love. It's like radically free and alive. It's so different from the way that humans normally experience. Humans experience it's almost simultaneously. So the consciousness becomes contained in the person. So the experiencer comes contained in the person, and then the person is always looking at the world conceptually. It doesn't realize it, but the mind is subject, object, good, bad, right, wrong, wall, me, floor, sofa. It's always looking in separation, and it's an energetic thing. And this is looking but without any containers, experiencing but without any containers. And this experiencing is happening and not happening. It's really something quite special. It's beautiful. It's so free. It's so intimate. It wants nothing. It's after nothing. Contains nothing. It's got no limits on it. It's so limitless, it's not even limitless, because that's a concept. It's just radically here, now, present.